Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to Unveiled, a D&D live 5e play thing, homebrew game. Yeah, we're gonna do introductions, and then I'm gonna do a recap, and then we're gonna play the game. Hi, Chris.
Me, but I'm Chris. That's amazing. I play Tilvius. He's a centaur bard rogue.
Hi, Amador.
That's me. I'm Amador. I also play a magical creature. I am Argyle, the Grung alchemist.
Hi, Juice.
Hello, I'm playing Cirrus, the Dragonborn Sorlock.
I'm so proud of you. I'm touched. So proud.
For doing the thing that you asked me to
I'm
do.
so proud of you.
You know what? I have no alcohol. So
this could be an adventure.
You're getting the
You can have some
tamest me that
It's beautiful. Beautiful. Hi, Tony.
Hey, good evening. I cast Fireball. Back to you, Andy.
What the fuck? This motherfucker. Hi, Emily.
Hello. I'm Emily. I play Gerda. She's basically just your girl next door, average, all not American, whatever realm we're in type of gal.
Yeah.
America.
Beautiful.
This is America.
It's just America. Let's not actually. Let's
not
really
go there.
Let's
not go there.
Secret twist. This is actually America.
It's not on fire enough. I am Dakota Orishiro. Yeah. Last time we were here, we were in the great fucking port city of Ceres that had a great big party go on, and they invited some guests, and they made a mess. It did not clean up after themselves. The party decided that they wanted nothing to do with said party, and left through a portal to the town of Bridgestone, where Rosati took a book off the shelf, and they walked out. And that's where we're going to pick up, as the party is just kind of in this courtyard in front of a building. As you guys kind of look around, you see like rolling hills in the land, or in the distance. Around you, you see like farming landscape. There's windmills sitting out in the distance. It is very much like a rural farm town here. You see like houses around you that are thatch, made of like dirt, stone, and straw, with the single exception of the large mansion behind you.
That guild hall we came out of.
Yes.
Where are we?
It is also worth noting, it is extraordinarily busy around this building. There are people coming and going and leaving in different directions. There's a crossroads here that spans in 4 directions. And there are people just like mounting horses and riding off in every direction.
DM, is this the place that all the guild leaders were going to be meeting, if I remember?
Yes, all of the guild leaders did go here for a meeting. It's also where the Proven were called.
Yeah, okay. So they should all be here. So I'll turn to the party and I say, we got to find Chrome. We got to tell him what happened. His guild has been destroyed.
Cool.
I am not sure what the hell just happened back there, but there's a lot of shit going on now.
Seemingly half the city of Ceres is dead. Demons attacked the guild hall, bypassed its magical security, killed like 30 guild members. Ellie, the Proven, showed up and cast Meteor Storm on the building, and we bounced.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Sir. I'm just gonna random NPC.
Oh yeah. You managed to stop this. Are you looking? Okay, specifically, are you looking for like somebody that looks like an adventurer that's coming and going from the guild hall here, or a
Random NPC.
Yeah, you get this little old man with like a gnarled wooden cane. He's got a bald head and like a long beard that's kind of down to his belly button. And he just kind of strolls over. Yes,
Hey, where are we?
you're in Bridgestone.
Great, thank you, guys. We're in Bridgestone.
Yeah,
Thank you so
someone
much
said
for that.
That was
Starts
very,
hobbling
that was
away.
very
That
insightful.
That's all he does. He just starts hobbling away with his little
Does,
cane.
does anybody know where that is? Hey, you don't
No,
leave yet.
I've never seen a map.
Still hobbling away. Just
No, come back here. Where's Bridgestone?
what? What?
Where?
It's
Where?
here, Cirrus. It's here.
In relation
We are
to
there. We are
in the
there. It is
relation to
here.
the place to this. Where were we? Where were we before?
I have no
Port
idea.
Saris.
Port Cirrus.
Port Saris?
Yeah.
You Saris?
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh God, this is taking so long.
I don't trust this old man.
Do you need money? What's this your
Five-
problem?
5 days ride.
5 days ride.
So it's about 100 and
Like
20
your
miles or so.
ride? Oh, because I think you might move really slowly.
Yeah, I don't know if we trust the judgment of this
What?
old withered man.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go inside, see if I can see if someone will tell me where Chrome is, see if we can
Fine. You
get to
you
talk
can
to
go
him.
now.
Okay, I'm gonna head back inside.
He just hobbles away. Heading towards the like eastern side of town, where a lot of the fields are. Yeah, you head back inside the guild hall, and you're once again in like that large foyer area that with like books lining the walls and those two like staircases leading up.
Is there like a front desk area, reception, something?
There is not a reception area here. Up from what you can see right now, there are like doors on either side that lead off to like those long halls that you came in on. There's a door in front of you that you don't know where it goes below the stairs, and there is one door at the top of the stairs. And that's it. There's no reception area.
I'm gonna head up then. Clomp, clomp, clomp.
Yeah, you head up the stairs, and it is there are less people here inside the guild hall than there were outside, and this top floor is much more sparse than it was downstairs.
What's behind the door?
Yeah, so you go up, you open up the door, and inside you see like a small, kind of like relaxing area, almost like a waiting room, almost. You see couches and chairs sitting in here. There's like a small little corner with a desk and one of the same outfit, like guild maiden, sitting at it. And she looks up as you come in.
Okay, I'll try to overdo. Excuse me. I need to reach one of the guild masters, Chrome. It's a big emergency.
He's currently in a meeting with Inkwell.
Okay, how do I talk to him?
Yes.
But
Excuse me, Tilvis. They might already know. Like a bunch of other people went through that portal thing. Just saying. Maybe this isn't news. Maybe.
I agree.
You guys know
At the
about
very
the
least,
big
he owes
news
us
yet?
money.
this lady just kind of puts her head on her hand, waits for you all to finish your conversation.
I was addressing her.
Oh, you're addressing her?
Yeah. Well, it would make no sense for me to say, hey, Tilvis, do you know about the big news already?
Wait, are you asking
out of
her if she
character.
knows?
Yes.
Okay. I fucking zoned out apparently. We are aware of what happened at Saris. That's what they're talking about.
That's
Oh,
what
so
we
yeah,
want to
we
talk about
probably-
too. So we should go in.
Were you there?
Yes.
Yes, we
Yes.
just came from there. We were the last people out.
One second. She gets up and walks over to the door, opens it, and disappears for a minute, 2 minutes. She comes back and opens the door. It's right this way. You guys head through the
Good we
door.
go.
There's
Thank you.
like a long hallway here, with like doors lining each side. You all come down to the end, and there's one door at the very end of the hallway. She opens it and gestures for you all to go inside. Inside is like this small office area. That is one floor. There are odd skulls lining different like shelves and books strewn all over the place. Some of them open, some of them not. You see a lot of materials that make no sense to you. In one of the corners hanging from the ceiling, there is what looks like a star, just in the shape of a physical star that is glowing slightly. There are many like beakers and vials and glass instruments all over the place. It is a just mess, just an absolute mess of everything you can think of. Sitting at a rather large desk that has papers strewn all over it that make there's no filing to be said. Sitting on one side is Chrome, and next to him is somebody that looks like they were from Saris. Like they look, their garb is very like disheveled and burnt. And sitting across from them is this elderly gentleman with like slicked back white hair, tied down in a ponytail to his side, wearing this like traveler's garb of like a cloak and like a tunic underneath that, with this very like soft face.
Got a squishy face.
She's got a squishy face. It's very like
So there are
soft,
three of them? Three
elderly.
guys?
Yes.
Okay.
As you come in, Crumb kind of turns back and raises an eyebrow. Hello.
Hello again, sir. We have some reports to give. Well, two things. One, we completed your assignment that you gave us. Unfortunately, your guild has been destroyed.
So I've heard. What happened?
I
Who can
say
say?
basically the exact same thing that I explained to Risai.
Who can really say?
I mean, fair. It's fair.
You see him kind of like stop and strokes his chin, and he looks back towards the man across the desk from him. He goes, "Do I have leave to return?" And you see the man just go. Chrome stands up and walks out the door. As he's walking out, he turns back and goes, "Thank you. Please return to Saris whenever you'd like. We'd be more than happy to pay for your services." And he just walks out.
Wait, I'm confused.
Return to Saris. What?
You don't want to go back to Saris. That place is like being destroyed.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Many demons. Many demons.
You
Very
see,
angry.
as all of you are talking about this, the guy behind the desk looks at you and goes, "Ellie was there. Yes,
The little girl, big hat,
yes."
Yes.
meteor storm. Yes, that's the last thing we
Yes.
saw as we were being teleported out. Was she cast a meteor storm on the building?
I wouldn't trouble yourselves too much with Saris then, or the existence of it. What are your names?
I feel like we
Go
could
down
read
the
that
line.
sentence in two different ways. Like Saris is great or Saris is gone.
Yeah, what exactly?
I think both of those are very fair. Very fair interpretations.
Are you
That
going?
feels a little bad.
Why don't you fucking tell us which?
he he looks at you. Oh,
All right. Okay. All right. Who are you?
who? I'm Nyron Inkwell. I'm the leader of our smorgasbord of a guild here.
I'll pull out my guild medallion. I'm Tilbius of the Circling Waters.
Sirius of the tree.
Rusati Tea Leaf of the Tea Leaves.
You were muted, Amador.
I'm Argyle. That's it.
Of the sweaters.
Of this.
Of the frogs.
Gerda.
Wonderful. I think all of you are relatively new. Yes.
About a month, DM.
A couple days, I think.
Why do you want to know?
You see, he just kind of like looks up at you with a raised eyebrow and says,
She has a problem with authority figures.
There's no authority here. I'm not about to force you to do anything. It's kind of not. Anyway, you see him like rifle through a paper, and he goes, "The 19th, most of you seems. Huh. So, how have you been enjoying your time as adventurers and guild members? Good, I hope." Just very nonchalantly not caring about the situation at hand here.
It's Saris was
Can I
not the
insight
best.
check that shit? The feeling.
Yeah, go for it.
I have to pull my dice out here.
My insight is going to knock it.
Personally, I think I've experienced death more times than I can count.
Good,
Yeah,
good.
and you know,
I've been to worse places.
11.
11 on an insight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, on an 11, you're looking at him and you can tell that this is somebody, given the state of the room, you don't think is super organized or like all together, you know. And as you're looking at him too, he looks a little like haggard, like he's probably had a lot of these talks today in the last few days.
Fun. Neat even.
So it's been good. You've experienced a lot of near death.
It's been exciting to say the least.
Good. And how do we feel about the guild?
Well,
Are you told you have to say this to meet a quota? Let's get the hell out of here.
I'm looking for feedback.
Are you
No one
collecting
cares
some
about their
sort of
job that much,
survey
buddy.
about
No.
employee satisfaction? What's happening here?
everything was pretty decent until half or more of an entire population of people died in less than 5 minutes. It was pretty good till that point.
Okay. In less than 5 minutes is pretty severe. But massive amounts of people dying it happens.
it's not great.
It's
It's
in my experience a thing that happens.
Not a thing.
Yeah,
I'm
not
sorry.
very
How
common.
old are you?
I don't
in-
know. Let me check my character
no.
sheet.
Rude question.
Old enough to be an adult. Okay.
Yeah, I'm older than some people.
Right. I
Where
turned
is it on my
turned
character sheet?
I turned 232 this
Oh.
year. It happens.
Well, I never filled that part in. Maybe in my background.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll
Full
get
circle.
there.
Full circle.
So, your new adventuring bent. What's next for all of you? Is there anything I can do to help you? You seem to have been through a time.
I just look at Tilvius and I'm like,
I think we could use a rest.
I didn't think I'd get this far.
He just kind of cocks his head at that. Well, you may relieve yourselves here. I'm sure we can find rooms for you.
Don't say you can relieve yourself here to a horse.
Good advice.
Or
Good
Gerda.
advice. Seemingly good advice.
I would pencil that in if I were you. Just saying.
He grabs
maybe
just
post a note.
the closest piece of paper and just starts writing on it.
Beautiful. I think we need some rooms, some food, and to sit down and have a conversation amongst ourselves to figure out just what the hell we're doing.
Feel free.
Oh shit! I wrote a 10-page backstory.
Yeah, you have a backstory. That's the
I have a
thing.
12-page backstory.
Tilvius also has a backstory. Rosati also has a
I
backstory.
should probably.
I had a
bet
very
it says how old I am.
small backstory, but it's not about the size of the backstory. It's how it's written.
You and I have talked more about your backstory, though. Okay. As you're all saying this, he kind of like snaps his fingers, and there is a wave of air that flies throughout this office and out back into the hallway as the door opens. And a few seconds later, that same lady walks back in. Yes, if you could show them to a room, certainly. And she looks at all of you, makes a motion for you to follow her.
Can we have a fireplace?
In a pond?
You see her look back at him and he goes. She walks off down the hallway, and as she's going down this hallway, she starts opening doors and then closes it. And then she goes down to the next room, opens it, and closes it. She goes down to the next room, opens it, and closes it. And as she goes to the final room in the hallway, you all hear another like snap reverberate throughout this space. And as she opens the next room, there is a fireplace. It looks like the same room as all the others. It's got like nicer beds, and it's a wooden room, which is nice compared to some of the other houses you've seen in this village. But it does have a fireplace sitting in the middle where a window should be, where there was a window in every other room. And there is a small little like standing fountain.
Yeah, close enough.
I have a
I'm not
feeling
gonna
she's a
argue.
peeping Tom.
She can peep.
She looks at you all and gestures you inside and walks
Thank
off.
you.
There are 8 beds lined in this room. It's a rather large room.
Wow, yeah.
I made the
I'm gonna-
peeping Tom comment too quiet for her to hear.
Yeah.
She heard with
I'm
her
gonna-
hearing.
I'm going to get the fireplace going if it's not already.
Yeah, you definitely can do that.
I'm taking a dip.
It is barely big enough for you.
Aw.
Just big enough for him. Sounds perfect.
Yes.
I try to get comfortable. I'm like frogging around.
After everyone settles in for a minute, I'm going to turn to the group. Guys, I don't like it.
What is there to like about anything that has happened today?
We could have stopped it.
Could we?
I also think it's fishy. I
Yep.
don't like these people.
No, hang on.
Not
back
that,
up.
Gerda.
You think we could have stopped it?
We could have stopped it. We knew something was fishy with the Duke. We could have confronted him. We could have
But-
figured something out. We could have done something. Instead, we ran, and half a city died.
Whoa. Let's not put the blame on ourselves here. Like, we could have stopped all of us together the mass murder of half of a township.
I'm just curious.
We didn't even try.
I love our confidence, but
Okay.
At this point, by the way, Yari went from kind of standing at the door and peering out, and she just turns and goes, "Excuse me," and she walks off down the hallway.
Yari, fucking stick together.
Like she just does that. Like just does that. Like just
Women.
She is part fox, you know.
fair. So, Tilvius, I have a question for you specifically about what you just said. You believe that we could have done something to prevent what happened. Is that what I'm hearing?
We could have at least tried.
Okay, fair. But let me ask you a question. You and I saw the same thing in the sky, correct?
Yeah.
The big black fucking whatever that was, right?
Before all that shit happened, before
Oh,
we
okay.
left the manor, we could have confronted the Duke. We could have done something.
you're talking about from before. Is that
Yeah.
correct? I mean, okay. Did we know enough to be able to affect a change, though?
I think what you're feeling is called survivor's guilt, Tilvius.
No, what I'm feeling is called evil flourishes when good people do nothing. Are we good people?
Of
Or are
course.
we in this for ourselves?
I think we're fairly good. We did hassle that old man that seemed suspicious and almost robbed his chariot. But aside from that, I think we're pretty good folk.
Then why are you guys fighting me on this?
I just don't
I
think
don't.
we are
I don't
powerful
think
enough.
we're fighting you. Yes, that. I think we would have gotten trounced myself.
So we were too scared to do anything.
I
Is
don't know
that
if it's
any
called
different than doing nothing?
I would.
scared. I think it's like weighing the odds in an appropriate manner.
So we let thousands of people die because we were worried that we might die.
I mean, what good are we if we're dead? We can't help anybody if we're dead.
I see that point. But did we even try?
We did, and hindsight is 2020. We can't change what has happened. People are dead,
No,
and we have to live with that.
but we can try to make it right.
Just don't get yourself killed while doing it. That's the point.
I don't think that there's
Well-
anyone here who wouldn't want to do something.
Well, exactly. Do you guys want to go back to Ceres? Do you want to try to make this right?
I want to know if going back to Ceres is the right move. If there's something else that we should be doing, but
Yeah, what do you
I'm
mean
fine
make
with
this
going
right?
back.
We know who killed thousands of people. We know the Duke is behind this. Or whatever, maybe something was controlling the Duke, but we know where to start.
But
Are
we
you-
also have to understand that if it's a lot bigger than we are, we can't do anything.
Are you
I'm
suggesting
tired of
we kill
things
him?
bigger than we are? If we have each other's backs, does that not count for anything?
What plan of
Do
action?
we
are you-
have each other's backs?
Of course.
Do we keep disappearing into the Feywild or wandering off to libraries or wandering out a door when we're having discussions?
That does
I mean, I
sound
can't
good.
speak. I can't speak for everyone, but I'm sorry. I needed the book. Can't help it. Sometimes, Sometimes it's just a call. Anyways.
I have
That's
not
a
left.
valid point.
I have not left.
Sylvius, I am here to try to do my very best for as many people as I possibly can. And I understand your frustration and your point. My only thing that I will say to that is, do we have the power and the strength to do enough other than just get ourselves killed in a moment like we just came from?
Do you know how we find out?
By getting ourselves killed. Yes, I think that's where we're at. So, do I want to go back to Port Ceres? Yes. Am I scared to go back to Port Ceres? Possibly. I don't know what's there now, other than I know what we left.
Didn't that guildmaster make it like a 50% chance that nothing was left? Or not
He was
guildmaster,
weird.
but old what?
He was being weird. I don't know. I don't like that guy.
Like, do we know? This is a player to DM question. Do we know how much of a badass Chrome is?
Nope, you have no idea. Other than the fact that he's a dragon, and your understanding is that dragons are fucking tough.
Sure.
For tough.
So
Okay. So they said they were going to make it worth our while. Is that correct?
For the most part.
To go back? Isn't that what?
oh yeah, we
Right,
could
they
get
said-
money.
We could
If
get
we
I,
don't-
paid.
it's not, and it's not just for the money. Like,
Well,
Hey,
Chrome owes this money for exposing
true.
Vadir.
My point is if we're going to help in this situation, which I don't even think we don't even understand all of what is going on just yet. But we understand a lot of it, but not all of it. Perhaps if we do go back and help, or if we get assigned to do something to help, maybe that garners us more power. Maybe that garners us teaching. Maybe that garners us knowledge, money, things that we need so that Tilvius, one day we can look at that situation and not run away from it because we know we are appropriately ready for situations like that. I care for each and every one of you, and in the moment, I didn't want to see any of you get hurt. That's why I pushed for us to leave. So, what say you? What say all of you? Do we want to go back?
I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm the new guy, so I'm at the bottom of the totem pole. I'm
also
here to
really
help.
new.
Everyone here is an equal part of this group.
Yeah, there's no totem pole here.
There's no totem pole. There's just us. So I would say we get some food, we recharge our batteries, and then we hit the ground running.
I agree. We have been running ragged pretty hard the last couple days.
In order to be effective, Tilvius, you yourself and everyone else in this group needs a moment to take a breath. I'm not asking for days, because I don't think that's appropriate.
Maybe just a long rest.
Some food and a nap would be great. So
Okay. And then we go back and we see what we can do to help.
I'm fine with that.
Or like we discuss it after we've slept and eat. Make sure we're all on the same headspace.
I need to make some tea
I need
and
to
find
make
some
cookies.
food. I am hungry. I am tired. My head hurts.
Argyle's gonna start like doing little water spouts from his mouth, like
That's so cute.
swaying my feet that are barely in the bowl.
I'm just gonna walk up and hug Tilvius,
Thanks, buddy.
Julie.
It's-
Oh no, you're
it's-
around.
and I'm gonna lean.
We're
I'm
around
tall.
the same height.
Yeah, we are. We're very tall.
That's
And
how
I'm
tall
gonna-
this audience.
I'm gonna lean in and I'm gonna whisper in his ear. I'll be like, "Hey, I appreciate what you just did because I think we were a little bit unfocused. So thank you."
Thank you. Thanks for having my back.
You're welcome. And I'm gonna go sit in the corner and get out my little bag and start doing my little ritual.
Okay. Is anybody doing anything before the long rest?
I would also like to look at that book that I picked up.
Oh, the one you
See the
identified that
title.
teleported you?
Yeah. If you're not ready for that, we can do that another time. No big deal.
No. Anatomy of Antlions.
I'm sorry. Anatomy of Antlions?
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'm reading about antlions.
Antlions.
You're down for that? Okay.
Oh, that book. Oh, the one he grabbed it from the guild.
Yeah, the random one he took off the shelf.
Got it.
Alrighty. Anybody else want to do anything before they long rest?
Nope. I'm gonna long rest.
Okay.
Soak.
You guys take the next 8 hours to lounge about and rest. By the time that's up, those of you that felt like sleeping definitely could sleep. At about the point you wake up, it is very early morning. So the veil light is just starting to bleed in.
Long rest. Check.
Long rest check.
Long rest. Check.
The embers
Ah,
have
this is-
long since died out in your fireplace at this point.
Well, I'm going to use my feet. Let's see. I make 3 treats.
It is.
Who wants breakfast treats?
I was actually gonna say, would it be okay if I actually spent an hour of my long rest doing right tool for the job and make an alchemist supply set?
Yeah.
And more importantly, I make a glass stirring rod when I'm doing that. That's wand length, so that I use it as my arcane focus.
Oh, that's
Hell
cool.
yeah. I fuck with it. I like it.
Thanks.
So it's basically I've made shortbread because that's all.
If you
really I
made
have the
shortbread, then
ingredients
I made everybody a lovely effervescent glass of tea.
I like the mental image of you guys just like sitting on the floor. Like Tilvius has got like the horse sit, you know, just
Yeah,
like
so-
making.
Clippity clop.
Okay.
We're doing arts and crafts right now.
So who wants a treat? You get 3 temporary hit points if you eat my treat.
I will eat your treat. I will actually crumble the entire thing into my tea and drink it in like a chunky drought.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
I think you should have a treat, Tobias.
Argyle has one. Rusada, you can have the other one. Sorry, Sirius.
Well, I appreciate that. Now, if you drink my tea, you too will get 3 temporary hit points.
Do we have the same feet?
We do.
That's awesome. All right,
Beautiful.
let me get my hit points. 10 hit points. 3. Awesome.
DM, I'm going to send you a message. It's nothing super important. It's just my portent rolls and something else.
Okay. Yeah. So this like very early morning rolls around, and you all are free to do whatever you would like to do.
I want to find Yari.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything this morning?
Sure. I want to go to the library.
Okay.
Go to the
So
library.
that like large room that was at the entryway.
It's a stretch, but I do want to look into the things that are of like the elixir of mortality, or maybe things about fountain of
Yeah.
youth.
So you
Here.
can, okay. I'm going to come back to Tilvius doing his thing. So as you are looking for things on immortality and the fountain of youth, it takes you. Is time an object here? Or are you willing to spend like a significant amount of time on this?
I guess that's kind of up to the party. How much time are we actually going to spend here?
Yeah. Tilvius, do you
I
say
do.
anything before you go out? I guess that's my question.
Yeah.
Let's
I
play
just
that
say, I'm going to try to find Yari. No one leave without me.
Okay. I spend as much time as I possibly can.
Okay. Yeah, you look through some books. You were there until people are ready to leave, pretty much. So the better part of the day, I imagine.
Yeah.
As you're looking through, you see like legends and rumors about like the fountain of youth. That's a thing that people have looked for. You see things about like immortality magic, long-lived races, and why they are long-lived. There's studies on that. And you see tomes about the use of magic specifically for immortality. What you do notice as you're actually going through all of these books, and Rosati, you would have noticed the same thing on your anatomy book. Every single one of these is penned by Inkwell.
Oh.
Inkwell is the author of every single one of these books that you've pulled off the shelf.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Did he transcribe them, or did he like?
It just says author.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'd be like taking notes and like, trying to make little scrawlings, copying whole passages, basically. Just so it's by me at least.
Yeah. Okay. How do other people want to spend their time?
I would like to go find somewhere that would like make lamp oil or pitch or something like that. Is there anywhere in this location that would make something like that?
You could probably find somebody whose job is to like light all the lamps. It's not you go around town and you're like, hey, who does this, right? Because there are lamps around town that are lit, not magically. And they point you to this little hut in the corner of the village. And inside there's just a guy laying on a cot that is just getting up. As you kind of just like knock or force your way in, or what do we?
I knock for sure. Brusati would never. So.
Yeah. There's a delay, and eventually, yes, as this gentleman comes to the door.
Hello there. I was wondering if there might be an amount of like lamp oil or something of that nature that I could purchase from you by chance. Like maybe I and DM, this is kind of player to you. I don't know, like how many gallon jug can I fit in a bag of holding?
A lot is the answer. The question is,
Okay.
can you source that much?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. You see him as you're just kind of asking him for lamp oil. He looks at you, and then he looks past you up at the sky. Then he looks back at you, and he shuts the door. And you hear like shuffling and things moving. And then he opens it back up, and he's got this like little like vial almost of lamp oil, and he hands it to you. Here.
Yes. Most kind of you. And I'm going to reach into my bag and I'm going to pull out like, I don't know, a couple of gold and like hold them out in my hand. I'm like, how much do you got?
What?
How much lamp oil do you have?
Not enough for this.
How much more do you have?
I could give you maybe 2 more of these.
And again, DM to player, how much is he giving me? Like volume?
I'd say each of these is maybe a gallon.
Okay. I will take the others that you have. How much would that be?
We'll call it a gold.
Perfect. Here's 2.
You see him look at you. He just kind of takes the gold and disappears out. And then when he comes back, he's holding another one. Then he disappears again, comes back holding another one.
Cool. I take the 3 roughly gallon-sized things of lamp oil and put them in my bag of holding and go back to wherever Argyle is, and I will help him research for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Argyle, do you let him help you? Like, do you disclose what it is that you're looking for?
At this point, yeah, I'll let him. I'll show him some of my little spark notes and like things that like would quote unquote I would highlight or like put in quotes on my writings, and yeah, I would just share everything.
So, okay, if you are both looking for it, one of you or both of you, please make me an investigation check. If one of you
Give
rolls
him-
it, you may make it with advantage.
Give him advantage.
And I also get guidance. Okay. All right. So it'd be 23.
Oh, Jesus Christ. On a 23, as you are going through, you find a book that talks about the pursuit of immortality. This is less about legends and myths and more about those researching it as a topic. It talks a lot about. Give me just a second. Okay. It talks a lot about people researching and looking into this. And it has notes about those specifically in Alabaster that have spent time on this topic. Archmage Antilius is mentioned many times.
Archmage Antilius. Okay. And I'm gonna like write that name down in like the boldest like way possible, just so it like sticks to me.
Yeah.
So now I have questions.
Hey, Rosati,
Yo.
why don't you make me an investigation check, just real quick?
Sure. That's really good. That's a natural 19 for a 23.
Okay. As you're helping Argyle go through this, a lot of the tomes that catch your interest that you kind of pull to the side deal with magic itself. The magic in regards to longevity and immortality are frowned upon in many places, but the guild cares little for that, right? You see mentions of spells that create copies of the user through magic, like growing a new person.
Like simulacrum.
No,
Simulacrum?
growing a new person is different.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh.
It doesn't say anything about how to make the spell, only that there is one that exists.
I write that in the notes section of my tome,
Sure.
and then I lean in and I'm like, "Hey, Argyle, just so you know, between you and I, some of the things that you're researching and looking for are, while the guild doesn't necessarily have a position or care, there might be people out there who care very much about who goes poking around for things like this. So I just want to caution you to be very guarded with your materials and your information on your journey."
I appreciate that greatly, Rusali. And that's why I'm sharing it with you. If I didn't trust you, we wouldn't be talking. Right?
That is very fair. One other thing that I see here, just kind of perusing through this, I don't know much about it at all now, but I might be able to potentially maybe grow or clone another one of you, maybe.
That's
Possibly.
interesting. That's very interesting. And I
have to
will
workshop that.
Yeah, we will have to workshop that. That is that might be useful.
Please start trying to cast clone. Please.
Like an 8th level spell or something.
Probably.
But like the concept of you trying to emulate a higher level spell is hilarious to me.
I don't know anything about this, but I'm telling you, it could be a fun little side project of ours.
It would. Imagine hundreds of Usadis and Argyles.
It would be chaos.
Ice knives
Chaos.
everywhere.
I let an ice. I don't let an ice knife.
Okay.
I cast ice knife. No.
How do you
While
spell
you
that
two-
art mage's name again?
Antilius, Antillus.
Until
IUS. Sorry.
IUS. Okay. Grazie.
How about Gerda? What is Gerda up to while people are reading and off looking for Yari?
Well, if there is a library to go to, I imagine I would go there
Yeah.
and research on some herbalism. Maybe eat a cap or two of a psychedelic fungus. I would refrain from vomiting in there because clearly we're trying to be like good people this time around. So I don't want to get us kicked out of the town. But I think I'm going to spend this on research and not being selfish like I normally am. Oh, is she turning a new leaf?
Tilby's really got to you. Okay, so you're looking for like herbalism?
Yeah, because I got the druid down. I mean, semi, but I also have I have an herbalism kit and an alchemism kit. So I'm just trying to like research that because you girl uneducated.
Yeah, roll me an
Grew up
investigation
in a
check.
swamp.
Yeah, in the investigation. Is 18.
Okay. Yeah, on an 18, as you're looking around, a lot of your understanding of plants and herbs comes from where you grew up. In your travels, you experimented with some things, but you don't have that same understanding as where you grew up and were taught about, right? And as you're looking around, you find books on different locales. Some of them talk about like the plains towards the center of the continent. Some of them talk about the like treetops more towards the border to the south, and some towards the mountains to the north. About the different herbs and plants that you would find in those locations and their uses. I will let you pick one locale that you find to be the most interesting.
But between the
Mountains, plains, treetops, swamps, and like the seaside almost.
I mean, if
Fun, you mean?
Yeah.
what? What
Yeah,
you?
I didn't catch that.
Like towards the sea.
No, but what word did you say?
I said seaside.
I said coastline.
"Oh,
Coastline.
okay, I see." Well, I mean, obviously, I'm drawn to a swamp, but I feel like I already know a bunch about that, so I'm probably gonna choose. What I have got: mountain, treetop, seaside, and
Plains and mountains. Yeah.
ooh, I feel like probably seaside. I can find many dead, rotting crustacean carapace among the sandy shores.
Yeah, for sure. You can grab a book on like coastline herbalism, uses for some specific types of fish, some of like the seaweed that grows there.
Love
In
stinky
this
seaweed and dead fish.
in the book that you find, some of the passages talk about spending time in the like Triton and Sea Elf villages at the bottom of the ocean, and some of the concoctions they come up with there. But yeah, we'll say you have that book.
I keep the book?
Yeah, you pulled it off the shelf, and then a new one kind of just like pulled itself into that
Oh
spot.
my god, I didn't even have to steal it. Perfect. Well, I shove it. No, I'm gonna read the whole thing until we have to do something else, and then I'll
Yeah,
shoot it in my nethers.
you as you're kind of like reading, just being yourself, you hear Argyle and Rosati talking from the other side of the library, having a grand old time.
Am I like? I'm not eavesdropping though, right?
Do you want to eavesdrop?
No, that makes me uncomfortable. I think I'll go, and then they'll know that I'm in their peripheral, and so they won't.
Oh,
Think I'm
they
not
know you're there. It's okay.
Okay. I know I'm sure my stench predecessed me.
Actually, it was the skittering, like the.
I know I need to cut my claws.
This is true. All right. Hey, Juice, what is Cirrus up to in this time? How is Cirrus spending his time while people are reading books? You are muted, my friend.
Wandering the town.
Hell yeah. Looking for anything in particular, or just kind of going about and seeing what life is like here?
Just looking for interesting things.
Okay. Yeah, as you're walking around town, you very much notice like the lots of farmers going about their day, lots of like the adventurers coming to the guild hall and leaving the guild hall, and then quickly leaving this little town. Very much like a little farming village with a very large guild hall directly in the middle of it. And nobody seems to pay it any mind. Like nobody that lives here pays too much attention to it.
Would you say it's a quiet village? Every day is like the day before.
I would.
Little town full of little people.
Little people.
I would. Yeah, as you're kind of looking around, you see like those same windmills in the distance. A lot of what the people seem to be growing here are like these large little red berry type things. They look like massive red blueberries.
Ooh, yum.
I wander into a field.
100%. You 100% can. These guys are growing. They've got these like rather large bushes that are almost the size of small trees. And you see them, these individuals coming over, and they're just kind of like picking the berries off of the trees and breaking the stem and then putting them into a little cart.
I pick one.
Okay. So are you trying to pick it like the same way that you saw somebody else pick it?
Sure.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Natural one.
Natural one.
Oh, the berry bandit.
Okay, so you watch these people. They seem to like kind of like put one hand underneath and one hand above, and they do something with the stem, and then the berry just kind of drops down, and they pick it up and move it. Well, your understanding, you put the hand here, you put the hand here, and you just kind of dangle, and then it doesn't move, and then you kind of hit it, and it doesn't move, and now you're sitting here with a berry and a stem in your hand. Not quite sure how to rectify this problem. Oh, it's huge. It's like this big.
Like a pumpkin.
Yeah. It's massive.
I use a little bit. I kind of put my face up to the stem,
Mm-hmm.
and I breathe out a little bit of cold breath to freeze the stem and try to snap it.
Yeah, 100%. You lean forward and you breathe out this breath, and it just kind of like freezes over and snaps as it crystallizes, and you hear that audible snap. Some of the people in the field have just kind of come to look at you at this point, and they just kind of go about their business, not really wanting to interact with you. Messing with the fucking berry. So as you snap this and you take this berry in your hands, you have to hold it with kind of two hands because it's an awkward size. And where it was once like this like red, almost maroon color, you watch as from where you are touching it on the bottom, it starts to turn like this dark blue.
Take a bite.
You reach down and you take a bite, and initially you get this very like bitter taste. The consistency is very like almost a liquid as it almost melts in your mouth, and the bitterness gives way to this extraordinarily sweet flavor. If you are not a fan of sweet fruity things, this ain't it.
It tastes like a strawberry banana smoothie.
Sure. Sure. So now you are sitting here holding this massive berry that you have taken a bite of.
And I continue wandering and just eating my snack.
Yeah, man. You go through the city, taking little bites. Every now and then you get looks. You're not sure if it's because people just think you're really neat, that they think you're odd for carrying the berry, or they haven't seen you before. You know, any one of these things could be the reason that they keep looking at you.
I imagine they don't see very many white dragonborn wandering around.
Probably not.
Anything else of interest in the city, town, village, hamlet?
I mean, it's mostly a very like dull. People are going about their business. You do walk by like a little kind of like thrown together, dug into the ground, almost forge, where a guy, it looks like he's smithing horseshoes almost. You come by what looks like a little bakery with a lady that has kind of dug out her own little hole to use as a kiln. You walk by another place where a guy is cutting up like meat. All of this is very, very rural. After coming from Saris, it is almost silent in comparison here.
This place is
This
really
is
dull.
This is like Tilvius' hometown.
It's very quiet. It's very much people going about their business. As you get closer to the guild hall, what you do notice is that not very many adventurers are staying here. They're very much coming to the guild hall and leaving. As you're walking up, you watch as somebody rides in straight up to the entrance of the guild hall, rushes inside, and 5 minutes later, as you come to the front of the guild hall, they come back out, jump back on their horse, and ride off.
Huh. Why does nobody stay here from...
As you come into the guild hall, you see Argyle and Ruzati kind of heads together over some books, and in another corner of the foyer here, you see Gerda also hunched over some tomes.
And I told you, Argyle, make sure that when you're taking notes on this stuff, that you have a good secret place to. Oh, hi. Hi, Cirrus.
Hi, sir. Hey, Cirrus.
Cirrus at this point is holding half of a large berry that has since turned blue.
Hello. I guess we're reading. Good book.
Just doing some research.
Yeah,
Just typical research.
typical Cirrus. Nothing to worry about. Or
I'm
nada.
not worried. This place is really like quiet and kind of chill. To be honest, I mean,
Just you have to be in the right mindset to intake knowledge, and a nice quiet space is always good for that.
I agree. But I
Where's
also
Tilvius?
I have no idea.
I do know.
And we cut to Tilvius. Tilvius, you went looking for Yari. Where do you check first?
The reception desk area.
Okay. You head over to the one upstairs that you found before?
Yeah, the one desk that I've seen in here with someone
Yeah.
working behind it.
So yeah, you head out because this is the only way out that you know as well, crosses this path. You get to the desk and the lady looks up. Yes.
I'm looking for a companion of ours. Yari, small woman, big hat.
Left sometime last night. Yes.
Do you know where?
She went out that way, and past that I can't say. She points towards the door that leads down to the foyer.
I don't have anything of hers.
That's probably by her design.
Yes, she's very careful about that. All right, thank you.
Doesn't somebody have her? Oh no, you guys buried it, right? The
Yeah.
red cloak. Yeah. So what is Tilvius's plan here?
Tilvius is gonna also go out and wander the town.
Okay. You take some time to wander about and kind of view this like simple life that most people are living here. Most people seem to like have their job and go about it. Lots of people working through the fields here. Some people heading out into like some of the more forested areas, coming back with wood or game. It's a very simple village outside of the adventures that keep running through.
Tilvius has an interesting mix of nostalgia, because this is very much like where he grew up, and also he remembers how freaking bored he was at the village he grew up in. And so it's this interesting mix of, oh yeah, I remember all living like this, and like, I hated living like this.
I don't like this.
But so no, man, I probably can't track her. I have proficiency in survival, but after a whole night of people coming, I'll try to see if I can find her tracks. If that's all right with the DM.
Yeah. Roll. If you're specifically like trying to track, I'd almost say survival.
Yeah, survival would be a dirty 20.
Okay. On your dirty 20, you kind of head back up to the room, and you're trying to track where she would have gone. This is a person that does not leave traces of themselves. Actually. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a person that doesn't leave traces of themselves and has spent a lot of time making sure they are not followed. You head around and you're kind of looking for places she may have left something or some type of track to follow. And you don't catch a sense of where she might have gone. But as you're heading through the village, you don't see anything that resembles her kind of footprints that she leaves in the dirt outside of the guild hall here. Mostly it is entirely covered with hoof prints or like large boots or something there. You don't see like the more demure footprints that would be Yari, unless they've been covered up at this point.
Right. I will head back into the guild hall where everyone else is.
Yeah. You come to the foyer where everybody is. Cirrus has just arrived at this point.
Oh, there he is.
What's that, Cirrus?
I don't know. It's tasty. Want some?
Sure. I'll take a bite.
Yeah, that same thing. It's this very like bitter, almost salty flavor in the beginning, and then it gives way to this just very juicy, sweet.
Any of you noticed how there's like none of the other guild members are hanging around there? Like usually the other towns, there people were.
There's literally nobody in this library besides you guys.
This place is suspicious.
There's not much to do in this town, to be fair.
But it's a really big guild hall for a town. Like in Walden, the guild hall was not this big.
I feel like it's a money laundering front.
What does
What's
Gerda
a
know
money-
about
what-
money
what is a
laundering?
money-
What?
Money laundering.
In a couple
What
books
is
about it, I'll have
money
you know.
laundering? How
Sorry.
does that work?
We wash money? Why would you wash coins?
Doesn't seem.
At this point, an individual will walk out of that like single door on the bottom floor behind the two staircases opens up, and an individual walks out. It is a younger man, maybe his early 20s, mid 20s, with this ponytail of red hair and very like angular features, dressed in garb that you guys haven't seen before. Think like very Eastern kimono-ish, as he starts walking past. And you watch as behind him, out of the door, walks Yari. And as she sees you all, she kind of stops walking briskly after him, and moves towards you all.
Excuse me, sir. What's your name?
I'm sorry.
I was just curious what your name was. You have such a fantastic and interesting appearance. I just would love to know who you are.
My name.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't give you that.
Oh. Okay.
I'm looking at Yari and trying to silently ask the question, are you okay? Is everything okay?
She just kind of like tilts her head down at you in a nod.
Insight check. Oh, wow. Dirty 20.
What are you inciting?
Whether she's actually okay or whether
Yeah,
she's worried. Actually, sorry, 21. I forgot.
Yeah, with
a
a 21, you can definitely tell she doesn't seem to be in any distress.
Okay.
It just looks like a nod to you.
I would like to
If
make
she's
a
not
quick
in any distress,
perception. Quick perception of this gentleman to see if he's wearing any magical or anything I would deem as a magical item or something interesting.
Go for it, man. Are you casting detect magic?
Probably not this close to somebody who could be potentially way higher than I am.
Go for it.
This is more of a Rasadi thing.
Suspicious looking rings and things.
Yeah, things of that nature. All right, so that is investigation. It's going to be a 19.
Okay. On a 19, was that Arcana?
If it's Arcana, it's like a 23.
Okay. On a 23, as you are looking at him, you don't see like the hallmarks of what most adventurers deem like the crazy magical items. There's no like necklaces, no like crazy rings. There's no ostentatious cloak that he's wearing. But there is this odd calm around him. Normally things emanate magic. Everything here is infused with magic, but this doesn't seem to be emanating magic. There's definitely magic somewhere in this space that this guy is occupying, but he's not emanating it.
Interesting. I'll just kind of excuse myself, but I want to watch him walk away and discern, do I get like monk-like feeling? Do I get like martial feeling? Like what do I get out of this?
As you do, he'll just kind of raise an eyebrow, and then he walks off through the door. And as he does, there's definitely like a grace to how he moves that is not there with how other people move. There's no real wasted movement. It feels very efficient.
Kind of like how
Okay.
Yari fight.
Yes, it is similar. If you've spent much time watching how Yari moves, it is similar to that.
Okay, fair. I'll just leave it be.
Okay. Yari walks over to you and goes, what did I miss?
Not
Well,
much.
we're going to go back to Ceres and see how we can help.
Okay.
See, well, first we have to figure out if we can get back there. Teleportation circles still work?
Should
guess
we
I
like
could
ask that person that said they were gonna pay us? Maybe we talk to them. Make sure we get that feta.
It's a good
No?
idea. Did we
Well,
get paid
Chrome
yet?
still owes us too.
You did not get paid yet.
Yeah, let's
No.
cash in, homies, before we skitter on out of here.
Well, Chrome left.
Can
He's
he
headed
left,
back to Stairs
so-
already. So we got to follow him.
Bleed it out of him.
I don't, not so sure we're bleeding anything out of a dragon, but we could try.
Eh, he'll do the right
Come on,
thing.
have faith in yourself.
That's actually good point. Not necessarily for bleeding a dragon, but guys, we can actually do good here. I believe we have a lot of abilities, a lot of magic, a lot of power.
I bet we can fucking kill him.
We have a weird cold ghost thing that can follow us around and fight with us.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Let's go. Let's do this.
I can silvery barbs.
We're going to get our money, right? From
I cast Firewall.
Cast fireball on all the books. No.
Yeah, let's go see what happened to Port Saris.
All right, let's head back to the teleportation circle and see if anyone's manning it.
Yeah, you guys head back through that like long open hall. There's still a lot of like cots that people have thrown together for individuals from Saris. As you get to the teleportation circle room, there is somebody standing outside wearing like a long white coat with this blue almost lapel thing on the front of it. And he looks, yes,
Very nice coat. It's like Hugo Boss or something.
Sure do love that. Yeah. I mean, yes.
We'd like to head back to Saris.
Saris's circle is no longer functioning.
Is there any way that we can get there from here
That
quickly?
little man said it was a 5-day ride.
Thereabouts. You
Is
could.
there any circle that's closer than here?
He looks and goes, well, there are. You all are proven, yes?
Oh. I still have much of my regular guild medal dangling around my neck. Oh,
Is it
no.
off limits to non-proven guild members?
At this time, teleportation from this guild hall is yes.
Why?
It's a good question.
Preparing for war.
That other guild person just offered us money to go back here, and now you're not letting us. This is bullshit.
I'm sorry, who offered you money for what?
That one apathetic, awful woman.
Guy.
That one apathetic, awful man.
To be clear, nobody offered you money to go back to Saris.
No.
They said they were going to make it worth our while, which I feel like is kind of
That was
synonymous. for
that was
your-
Chrome.
Oh.
Chrome said he'd pay you when you came back
Yes.
for the job you already did.
No, I thought
Yeah.
somebody said in the guild hall.
I must
no?
have understood that wrong because I thought the same thing.
Okay, well, good. That wasn't just me. Honestly, that was confusing. So
Okay. Well, then maybe we don't have to go back right now. How?
What are the non-proven doing then?
What do you mean?
We want to be of assistance of some kind.
I'm only in charge of this.
All right, should we go
He
talk to that
gestures
old
towards
guy
the
again?
Stone on the
Was his name
Oh,
Inkpot?
I didn't write his name down.
Inkwell.
Inkwell.
Yeah, let's go talk to Inkpot.
No, that's the. Oh, jeez.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
We're gonna go find the guild master.
Yeah, you
I'm gonna
guys
talk
head,
to your manager.
you guys head
All right.
back upstairs, and as you get to that room that had the
We're not
The
leaving this
attendant.
room until we know what the fuck we're doing.
as you come to that room that had the attendant in it, she's not there. The door on the opposite side that leads to the hallway is wide open.
Great.
We walk in aggressively.
Yeah, dude. You walk into the hallway and you're heading down towards Inkwell's office, and all you hear is no, to the left, the left, the left. And as you come into the office, what you see is this like little mist of smoke floating in the air that is in like this odd shape of a ball and seems to be moving left and moving right. You see Inkwell with like a large stick that looks like he pulled it straight off of a tree, poking at the tuft of smoke. And the guildmaid is above holding what looks like a large like glass vial by a rope, trying to lower it onto this tuft of smoke.
This guy sounds like a pervert.
Need any help?
No, but what do we owe the pleasure? As he's now stopped whatever he was trying to do with a stick, and is kind of like just sat back down in his chair as the guildmate up top is still holding this rope.
We would like to go back to Port Saris.
Yeah.
Your people won't let us go back to Port Saris. We would like you to tell them to let us to go back to Port Saris. Now,
People are stopping you from leaving?
yes.
People are stopping us from using the teleportation circle.
Oh,
We want.
well,
Yeah, we would prefer to go that way.
I'm afraid I can't be of too much help with that. We've locked down most teleportation inside the continent.
But that's like insane because that is a very powerful asset. To
Yes,
the guild.
it is.
Wouldn't you
it's- it's
want us to be where you want us to be faster?
Let's stop and give this some consideration. If you were to teleport somewhere, right, that means teleportation is capable of in that place. Yes.
Sure.
So people that aren't us could theoretically teleport to said place.
That he means the people who are declared war on this continent.
Okay.
Could use that to come here? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, we've locked down most forms of teleportation throughout the continent.
Uh,
I thought they
So
just
when
said it was
Kingdom
locked
did,
if
but
we weren't pros.
the proven
Most-
can still use it.
Most teleportation.
Yeah.
Tilvius, we need to put it on our list to become proven. Like, pronto.
I'll put that. I'll add that to our list. Sure.
A good goal as he's waving the stick around.
What is this
All right.
thing, by the way?
What?
This smoke.
I don't know. As he just kind of looks at it.
And because you don't know, you're gonna use a stick to get it into the jar.
It's a cloche.
I could
it
throw
is close.
elements at it, but a stick seemed fitting at the time.
I cast fireball.
No,
Kidding.
he just really wants to cast fireball.
I really do.
All right.
I don't think it's
Do
gonna
you have
happen.
any transportation that isn't teleportation that we could utilize to hasten our-
Horses other than me.
Yes. Yes.
And walking. Don't say walking.
Well,
We can definitely get you some transportation. And you see him, the smile that has been plastered on his face this whole time gets a little bit wider as he says this.
What kind of transportation are you talking?
A wagon.
Okay.
All right.
And you
Do
see
it.
him. You see him look up at this guild maiden that is still holding the rope attached to this glass case, and she looks back at him and just kind of like, "What do you want me to do?"
I'm holding this.
And you watch as he just looks at her and goes, and he snaps his fingers once again, and the vial just starts to move and shift until it comes over the top of the smoke and then plummets down, encasing the smoke in the vial. And you just see her rub her head, walk down this like little stairs that she was up on top of, and walk out of the office.
Let's follow her.
Yeah. You guys follow her down. Eventually she goes kind of behind the guild hall into this like large little stabled area, and she comes back to this almost like rundown barn in the back as she opens up the doors, goes inside, and inside is what looks like a wagon with like a cloth covering over the top of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and she
A
hands
covered
you
wagon.
Yeah, she hands you reins that would go to a horse, and as she does, she just lets them go in front of you, and then they stay in the air.
Oh, that's cool.
She goes, enjoy. We wish
Invisible horses.
we wish you a swift trip. Do try not to lose this, whatever this is. Try not to lose it. As she quickly walks away.
All right, let's
Poke the air.
Your finger goes through the air.
That's pretty cool. Shall we get on the road?
Can I like sniff out to see what they could be though?
Yeah, you can sniff. Make a perception check.
Tw 21.
21. As you're sniffing through the air, you catch the scent of like pollen and of like this very like relaxed area that this is, but there's no smell of animals here.
Okay, whatever. I give up. Sounds like a hippie ghost. Let's get on the road, folks.
Sounds like a hippie.
Hippie ghost.
Yeah, you guys clamber into this little wagon. There's the
Except for me.
front. Yeah, except for Tilvius. There's the front where somebody can sit to like hold the reins here. If who wants to drive is my question, basically.
I'll do it. I'll drive.
All right, we'll put Cirrus and Rosati up front, sitting there together as you all kind of hitch that, and the wagon just starts to roll out, just kind of creaks its way out onto the street. As you are going, a lot of the adventurers kind of look at you as you're leaving the town here, with your nothing drawn carriage. And you get a lot of looks. We're gonna wrap there tonight. Yeah, short one. Not a whole lot going on. Very chill.
I have a lot of questions for Yari.
Yeah.
Oh God, do I ever?
Yeah. There was a lot to that, but Joff couldn't be here tonight. We very much missed him. Hopefully back.
Well, we can get to that next time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
let's do outros and then we'll get out of here. Hi Tony.
Hey, good evening, there, Andy. I am sad, very sad, because I did not get to cast Ice Knife, and I did not get to cast Fireball.
Hey, y'all
So-
intentionally left the combat. I'm just saying.
So I think we're just gonna have to do that next time. Back to you.
Hi Chris.
Hi, Andy. I'm Chris. I played Tilvius. There you go.
Beautiful. Hi Juice.
Hello. This has been an episode of the
Of our lives.
Unveiled.
Unveiled. I like it. Hi Amador.
Hi, Andy. I'm Amador. I play Argyle, Frog, and yeah, that's about it. Andy, back to you.
Beautiful. Hi Emily.
Hi, Gerda signing out here. I know we're like chaotic good, but honestly, I have no qualms about leaving Cirrus and saving my own hide. So I just want to make sure we're clear that I'm a coward.
Why Cirrus?
Port Cirrus.
Why
Yes.
Cirrus specifically?
Isn't that Port? Wasn't that the name of it?
Cirrus.
Cirrus.
Very
Cirrus. Oh, excuse me.
Cirrus is
Cirrus,
your party
Cirrus.
member.
It's like
No, I
it's
would never
practically
leave
the
my
same
dragon
word.
brethren.
Same thing. I am Dakota or Shiro. Yeah, I hope everybody has a great week. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's going to happen next time? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.